All right, guys. Dreadnought's back today with another review rewind. And as you can see here, we're continuing our look at the return of Marvel Legends, the wave that came in between the Hasbro crap of yesteryear and today's Marvel Legends Infinite series. And you can see here one of the most famous figures of all from this line, the Bucky cap, which we get the infamous Bucky cap mold from, or Captain America as it's worded here. Comes with the right leg of Arnim Zola, and if you remember from last review, we got the arm. So we'll be building that figure soon enough, and we're well on our way to do a review on that one as well. And just looking at the package here, looks good on the front, and looking at the back, some decent artwork back there, and you can see the other figures from the wave as well. So let's crack this bad boy open and take a look at it. And here's Captain America out of the package, and looking pretty good overall, I gotta say. You know, Bucky Cap's doing it up right. I like it. I wasn't a huge fan of the look in the comics with the black and the cap stripes, and the red, white, and blue. But, you know, on this figure, it actually looks pretty good, I gotta say. I think it fits in well with the Marvel Legend Infinite waves we've been getting over the last year or so. And it came with some decent accessories as well. So let's take a closer look. And taking a look at his shield here, it looks pretty good overall, I gotta say. They used kind of a flat red, you know, and then there's a silver paint app in here. You know, so it's basically red plastic with the paint added on. I do like that blue metallic they used in here around the star. Looks good. And then looking at the back, you know, this design that we've seen recently, you know, it would have been nice to see some silver around here. We've seen that on a couple of the others, you know, but, you know, for what we got, I think it looks all right. There is some kind of residue on mine, and I don't know if it's because it's been in the package for a long time. It's not really like it's melted. It's almost like some glue or something on it. It's really weird. But it does function. And it's got the peg here for the back. And it fits pretty well in the figure. Also has the arm hole here, which you can clip on like so. And holds that really well. And I'll demonstrate the peg in the back. And that goes in really well. So you can wear the shield. Looking pretty good there. Also came with a gun. You know, no detail really in this at all. Very plain. You know, in a flat gray plastic. And a little bit of sculpting there on this side. And not bad. You know, would have been nicer with some more detail on it. And a little paint. But it does fit in his holster here. Like so. And you can wear that pretty well. Looks good. And then it also came with a knife. If I can get that there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think it came out well. The gray plastic and the black handle. No real detail other than that. But it also does fit in the sheath here on the side of his belt. That's looking pretty good overall. So he can wear all his accessories. And as we get a closer look at the figure here, you see Hasbro did a decent job. You know, and some things they did really great with this figure. You know, I like the sculpt on the head, you know, his chin, the stern expression. The eyes actually are a little bit off, but they actually look pretty good here. The paint gets a little sloppy around the wings there, but overall it looks good. The A's nice and clean, you know, and then on the back, no real marbling going on at all, which looks good. But man, I really love this metallic paint they used, you know, on the head and through the torso here and on the upper arms. That metallic, you know, blue just looks really good, and they blended it really well. Even though you can tell it's painted over on the arms, you know, it doesn't quite match, but it's actually fairly close. The star on his chest is very clean. The red and white stripes through here are painted all the way up underneath. You know, look really clean. The V down here is clean. They did an excellent job on paint. You know. No shadowing or anything, but, you know, with the black, you know, underneath, I'm not sure you really needed it, you know, anyways. Some nice sculpting in the belt, you know, where the gun and the knife we looked at earlier goes. You know, and I love these pouches. You know, we've seen them, you know, since this, you know, on other figures. Nice clean star on the back, and the same paint, you know, it didn't get cheaped out on. You know, paint up through there as well. You know, but anyway, back to the belt. Nicely sculpted. You know, it's flat black. There's nothing going on from the waist down that's not black. But, you know, it's really well sculpted. There's some cap butt for you there. You know, and then on the arms, the red paint on the gloves looks good. Would have been nice to get, you know, red in the joint on the hand, you know, but oh well. still pretty good. And then, of course, as we look below here, just all black. The boots are sculpted very nicely, but not much else going on there. Does have peg holes on the bottom of the feet there, so looking good. And as we've seen this mold many times in the past, I'm still going to go over articulation again. Head moves up, great amount there. Will bury all the way in the chest. No real pivot on the head, but it does rotate all the way around. The arm will move out like so. Does have upper arm rotation there. Double jointed elbows like so. The wrist will twist around and does have a hinge on it. Move in like that and moves out a great amount. Does have ab crunch up here. Moves in a good bit. Doesn't move back that much. Does have extremely loose waist rotation. The hips will move out a great amount, but they're hindered by the pouches here. As so. Does have upper leg rotation. The leg will kick out a great amount as well. Doesn't really move back that far. It's hindered by Cap's butt cheek there. Does have double jointed knees. Does have a cut at the calf. And does have the hinge on the foot. Will move up like so and down like so. And the rocker that we all know we love. My figure is a little bit gummy, as you can see. The leg kind of moves out like that. It's been in the package for a long time, so a little bit gummy in there. I'm going to have to get some heat to fix that. But overall, nice articulation. And, always been a winner. That's why they continue to use it. And here's our Captain America compared to some Marvel Legends Infinite series from Hasbro. And you can see here our Cap is measuring in at right over 6 inches tall. And quite honestly, we could parade out figures all day to compare him to that share this Bucky Cap mold, but I just picked a few at random, and he's looking pretty cool there. Up next is our Hasbro All Cap comparison. And as you can see here, we've got the Ultimate Cap, and then Marvel Now and Age of Ultron Cap there on the right. And I think this Bucky Cap, pretty much scales in line with the Age of Ultron. The Age of Ultron Cap's head's a little bigger, but their body size is about the same, whereas Marvel Now and our Ultimate Caps are definitely much larger in girth and in size. This guy's got to be my favorite out of these Hasbro caps here. I just love that look of the Ultimate Cap. And that's until we get our new Infinite Legends cap coming out soon from Hasbro, and that may end up being my new favorite. Favorite cap of all time, though, probably is going to be Toy Biz Face-Off Cap. But this guy is starting to come in as a close second, and I do like that Marvel Now cap as well. All right, and wrapping up our review here of Captain America. Love him or hate him, you've got to admit this mold rebuilt Hasbro's Marvel Legend line, brought it back from the ashes that they were in, after taking over for Toy Biz, and spawned a lot of great figures that we love. So, on that and that alone, he's definitely a buy, in my book. I'm not a huge fan of the way the look was for Bucky Cap. I don't like all the black and everything. But I've got to say, overall, this figure does do it justice. I love the metallic blue, and the paint and sculpting is pretty spot on overall. Now, of course, this is a little older figure, so, I have some joint issues here. But, articulation was fine. No real issues with it. It's not a perfect figure by any means, but I think it was definitely, paved the way for so many other great figures that we've seen. And, quite frankly, Hasbro's not there yet. They're not at Toy Biz level yet. And, hopefully they won't cut cost, too much and continue to improve their, their figures. And we can get to that where we were at that point. But Hasbro has come a long way from where they started. So I've got to give them props there overall. But anyway, like I said, it's a buy for me. You can still pick this figure up really cheap. Amazon, eBay. He's not very sought after. So I suggest especially if you're a Cap fan, to pick him up. I think we'll be nostalgic for this figure years to come from now. So I definitely recommend him. I hope you guys enjoyed the review rewind. Plan on bringing you plenty more of these. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you like this review, please give me a big thumbs up. Also, share our videos. We're definitely trying to build an audience out there. So if you like what we're putting out, share it. Facebook, Twitter, Toy Art links in the description below as always. Hey, you guys, thanks for watching so much, and we'll see you soon.